Hello everybody. It's a real pleasure for me to be here today to talk about this product that I'm very emotionally attached to. And this product is called Natural Clay. My name is Neil Bosshard. I'm from Redmond, Utah, and many years ago I had the opportunity of learning what natural clay can do. And so my purpose today is to help you understand some things about natural clay. One thing I do need to clarify is that there are a lot of different kinds of clays, and clays are different. To say that you have a clay is like saying that you have a dog. You know, it could be a St. Bernard, a Great Dane, it could be a Chihuahua. So clays are different, and some clays do certain things, some clays don't. Some clays are good for making bricks and pots, pottery, and for paint. Other clay actually has medicinal properties. And that's the kind of clay that I'm going to talk about today, a clay that we have found as a natural clay has some medicinal qualities. I do need to say that I'm not practicing medicine. I'm not anti-doctor. My purpose is simply to educate people as to another tool in the medical closet. And it's a tool that has been very useful in our family. Many years ago, we had access to a natural clay deposit. This deposit at that time was used primarily for agricultural or industrial applications. The only application that we had ever used it for medicinally was in the early 1900s. My father got an infection in his hand as he was a little boy, and this infection got so bad that it developed a bright red streak up his arm into the armpit. And when his parents, my grandparents, saw this bright red line going up their little boy's arm, they went out to this deposit of this natural clay, made a poultice, mixed it with water, made a poultice, and packed my father's hand in it, and then wrapped it with a towel and put him to bed. He went to bed that night with this bright red line up his arm, but by morning, when he got up in the morning, it was gone. Sucked that red streak out overnight. And so the local folks knew that it had some medicinal qualities externally. It was like putting mud on a bee sting. And who hasn't heard of that? I have a friend whose neighbor was bitten by a brown recluse. When my friend saw the arm, most of the arm, she said, looked like third-degree burns. But in the center of the arm, there was a circle of flesh, 2 or 3 inch circle of flesh that looked like raw hamburger in a crater. She said to her friend, boy, it looks like that would hurt. He said, you don't know what hurt is. She said, would you want to try the clay? And he was willing. So they packed it in clay, and then they wrapped it with an ace bandage. Within 10 minutes, his pain level dropped from a 10 to a 2. Once each day, he would take off the ace bandage and stick his arm under the faucet of the kitchen sink. Any clay that washed off, washed off. Any clay that stuck to the wound, down inside that crater, inside that hamburger-type flesh, he just left. They didn't scrub it, didn't make it hurt. They just gently wash out what they could, put new clay and ace bandage. Changed it every day for a week, and in 1 week it was 90% healed. He went back to the doctor to show the doctor how it had improved. The doctor looked at it and said, now we know it wasn't a brown recluse. This guy just about decked him. He said, I wanted to punch his lights out. He said, what do you mean? You've been treating this thing for 2 weeks as a brown recluse. And the doctor simply said, brown recluse bites can't heal like that. It must not have been a brown recluse. Now, we've seen many brown recluse spider bites heal like that, and even better, especially if you don't wait 2 weeks.